Every time I open YouTube, I see a new viral packing method to help you fit everything inside a carry-on. The Sudoku method, the KonMari method, the 5-4-3-2-1 method, the vertical suitcase method. It's honestly too much. Packing like a minimalist was never meant to be complicated. And the good news is, it still doesn't have to be. If you're trying to pack as light as possible while still having everything you need, there's really only 5 super simple tips that you need to keep in mind. And big thanks to Level 8 for sending the suitcase that I'm going to be using in today's demonstration. Tip number 1, every top should pair with every bottom. And if you've ever wondered how people can pack 10, 15, even 20 outfits just in one carry-on, this is how. Forget those viral packing methods that tell you exactly how many tops, bottoms, and dresses to bring. You can pack as many pieces as will fit in your suitcase as long as every top goes with every bottom, to the best of your ability. This is guaranteed to get you as many outfit options as possible. These are the clothing items I have in my carry-on as a full-time world traveler, and my style is very casual and minimalistic, and while I think that's helpful for creating the most number of outfits possible, it's certainly not a requirement. Because all of these pieces can be worn together and even layered in different ways, I can create so many outfits. I also keep my shoes simple and only pack sandals and maybe a running shoe if I'm feeling motivated. And I wear my everyday sneakers on the plane. Yes, I know, these are filthy. Tip number 2, use packing cubes. Now, this is where people get caught up, arguing about whether you should roll, fold, or stack. My hot take? It really doesn't matter. Just get the clothes in the cubes however works for you. Because the real benefit to packing cubes is their organizational value. They help keep your suitcase in order by separating your clothes in a systematic way so that you know exactly where to find the piece that you're looking for. And when you get to your destination and start unpacking your bag, you can pull out your clothes without making the rest of your suitcase a complete mess. These cubes fit perfectly inside this suitcase because they actually came with this Gibraltar aluminum carry-on from Level 8. The shell of this luggage is aluminum magnesium alloy, which is a metal blend tough enough to be used in the manufacturing of aircrafts. While this is great for durability, it also noticeably increases the weight of the suitcase compared to those with plastic exteriors, so that's just something to keep in mind. This suitcase features a zipperless design with 2 TSA-friendly locks to keep the items inside protected. I chose this light silver color because I love how it shows off the hardware details, and I know it'll stand out at the airport in the sea of black bags. Some other thoughtful features of this suitcase are these 4 360-degree spinning wheels for effortless gliding, and soft close handles on the top and the side. I don't think I've ever seen that on luggage before. As you can see, the interior capacity is very spacious and fits all of my items easily. There's a mesh zippered pocket for additional organization, and of course, the packing cubes are a great bonus. I am honestly so excited to finally get my hands on this, and I cannot wait to take it on a proper trip. Plus, I love that it comes with a lifetime warranty for a little extra peace of mind. If you want to check out this stunning carry-on for yourself, go ahead and click the link in the description box and let me know how you like it. Big thanks again to Level 8 for sending me this awesome suitcase. Tip number 3, pack solid toiletries. I'm not exaggerating when I say this is a tip that has forever changed the way I pack. Instead of packing liquid, shampoo, conditioner, body wash, choose to pack solid shampoo bars, conditioner bars, and body soap bars. I promise they've got a lot of advantages over their liquid counterparts. Liquid shampoos, conditioners, and body washes are liquid because they're made with so much water. But bars are essentially made with similar ingredients minus all the water because you're going to be adding water to the product in the shower. So for example, a shampoo bar, which might not look like much, actually has about the same amount of product as your regular sized bottles at home. Packing solid toiletries means you don't have to worry about the 3-ounce rule or about the products leaking all over your stuff. And since bars last such a long time, they are a great hack for packing in just a carry-on for even your longest trips. I found that the best way to pack these bars is in these little pouches where you can actually put the bar in completely wet, and when you take it out again the next day, it's completely dry. You can grab these in my Amazon storefront along with my other travel favorites. Also, I'm in the market for more solid toiletries like face washes, toothpastes, even sunscreen if they have that. So drop any recommendations down in the comments. Tip number 4, only pack items that you love. When traveling minimally, every ounce in your suitcase has to be earned and used to the fullest. When you pack clothes, shoes, or accessories that you have mixed feelings about, more than likely that item's just gonna sit in your suitcase, taking up space where something more useful could have been. And if you are an overpacker, this right here might be your problem. Next time you're packing, you have to be really honest with yourself and maybe even channel your inner Marie Kondo. If the thought of wearing or using the item doesn't spark joy, don't pack it. And my final tip is to practice, practice, practice. That's right, I'm really telling you to practice packing your suitcase even before you actually have to pack for your trip. This is the only way to make sure you actually have the space for everything you're thinking about bringing. When you practice, you'll also figure out what items you're missing and, of course, how it all fits together in your suitcase. The more you practice, the less it will feel like a guessing game every time you go on a trip. I always practice packing before a big trip, and I'm telling you now, it is a game changer. Now, before I wrap up this video, I want to call out one big mistake I see way too many people making, and that would be packing their valuables in their carry-on. Electronics, jewelry, passports, and other important documentation should not go in your carry-on. They should go in your personal item. And that's because sometimes your carry-on might not be with you. For example, what happens if they run out of overhead bin space and you have to check your bag at the gate? Or if you make it on the plane with your bag, but there's no space in the bin right above your seat and you have to put it all the way in the back of the plane very far away from you. You do not want these items left unattended. Not only will packing your valuables in your personal item help keep them safe, but it will also clear up more space in your carry-on so you can really squeeze in everything that you need. Thanks for watching this video. Give it a big thumbs up and check out all the wonderful links in the description box. Subscribe to my channel for more tips to help you travel like an expert, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!